Okay, let me make sure I get this stuff out the way. Alright, let's get this done quickly. Then we're gonna go play. So, what I ended up doing was I think yesterday, yesterday, I played a couple of matches. I played some matches today on Victor, just enough to figure out what I'm missing. Because I often have a problem of playing a character, doing a lab for a character, then while I'm in the lab, I'm not quite sure what I should be looking out for. Like, what something's supposed to serve a role, or why something's supposed to be there. And you don't understand that until you're in a match, and it's like, fuck. I want to throw out something, but I don't want to give up my turn. An example of that would be 4-4-1, -4, so you can still sidestep. Also, notice how the distance between you is reset outside of jab range. So it's a safe distance. You can also use it as a very quick, for another mix up. Right. Say you have a read or something, right? So I need more moves, and obviously it's gonna be, what's the word for it? It's gonna be hard to get all of them down in one go. But now that I've played, I understand like the weak points of my play. For example, if I was playing Yoshimitsu, I'd have an axis of lows, like a variety of lows. I would have frame traps down so that I could set up more advantage. For example, like this is 0 on block, it looks positive. If they cut with like a jab or something, they'll beat me. But if I catch them counter hit with this 16 frame kick, Alright. So I need to find a couple of things. I know I made like a short list yesterday. That's because I wanted to go play just so I could come back and do the main moves. I need to find the shortcuts. Like for example, 2-1 forward goes into Perfumer, right? On hit it's +7, so we can go over that. We have other things that go into the eye stance, and the main goal is to find standard punishes. So I guess I should write this down. So let me, because we're basically starting over. No, not really. Because I wanted to cover all the stances first, so I could like use them and see what they're like. What we're gonna put is neutral tools. But first things first. There's a move I want to cover. So let me. The move is 2-1. They're both highs, but it's a 12 frame starter. So you can use this as a punish, obviously for 12 and above. The way that I'm going to be using it is as a punish into stance. But if you hold forward after 2, you go into stance, right? Something I also figured out was apparently, let's do. Yeah, let's just get this recorded real quick. Apparently, Perfumer is a parry. has like a parry effect to it. I need to find something slow enough. Maybe let's try a placement frame. No, that's a launcher. That's not what I'm looking for. Recording gun. How is that any different? Fuck, I think that's 13. Yeah, that's 13. But it's a... Let's see. Nah, it gotta be like a jab parry. He doesn't have any type of... Cause I could have swore I saw it parry. That's the thing. So let me turn this off. And then go to move list. It's a punch parry. Okay. Also, I haven't been using the preferred crouch, right? Haven't been using that enough. I'm just slowly incorporating. So the things I have down are like this stance. So you do 1+2+3, right? But it's slow, so you can be interrupted from it. You do 1 as like a quick jab, 13 frame jab to stop them from interrupting you. And then you go into 1+2, which although is high, if you catch them with the frame trap or you catch them trying to punch, right, you got the advantage. And like they're just gonna get hit by it. Because 1+2 is true. Like that, it will always connect. So what you can do is here, right? And then from here with the +3, it's a frame trap into your jab. So you can do 2-1, right? Into Perfumer at +7 if they try to interrupt. Right? And then you can do Perfumer 2-2. And you're -4 there. So you just do like an armor move. So like I get the basic concepts. I'm just trying to think, like, this blow does a lot of damage, and it is irritating. Like, I've definitely caught people doing this, right? Into this. Like, I've definitely caught people with that. I'm not sure how, actually, now that I think about it. Because, hold on. Practice mode. How did I even... I guess they were standing back up. What is the mid option here? Like, what is the mix up? Besides 1+2. Like, obviously this works, but I guess that's the mid option, but on block, that's terrible. Like, stand and block. Alright, -14. So, like, this game doesn't feel like all or nothing, at least from what I If they block this, you're -26. If they block this, you're -14. If they block this, you're -12. And then, obviously, if they're ducking, they ignore this. They ignore, if you're at range, this, right? I haven't even used this move at all. I have not. Even though it makes sense to use. Like, you really could just go. Problem is, you die if you're wrong. And like, I've been mainly using 1+2 simply because if I do this twice, that's 66 damage. If I do this on block, I'm plus, and I get the answer of like, are they still crouched or not? Which is super risky because obviously, you know, like let's say, crouch block. Like I'm actually like so exposed here. So it's such a risk. So either way, if I do this, right, I'm risking my life. And if I do this, I'm risking my life. So I'll be like at a range like here, because you can threaten him with a low from this way, right? So from back here, threaten him with the low, and then will the one hit? Actually, yeah, it is fast enough to make it hit. So like either way, against good players, you're risking your life with this stance. If they guess correctly, you die. And I guess that's the counterplay if they chose to make it. Like, it's a true guess. Like, you have to actually figure this shit out. Now to think about it, we have 1 plus 2 is 20 frames. Down 1 plus 2 is 20 frames. So, yeah, it actually is a mix. It actually is. So let me... 42 damage on that, plus 8. Stand block. And then you're minus 3 when you hit that. Okay. Alright. Without further ado, let's do the frame traps, actually. So, I'm gonna pull up the list. I'm gonna go all the way down to Perfumer. Yeah, here we go. Alright. What we need to do, practice, punishment, stand block, standing. Punishment should be a jab. Okay. Alright, he jabs back. We're gonna make it 2 hits, so I can do okay. So first one we're gonna be testing is Perfumer 1. Yeah, that works. It works as a punish because you go into couch, so you completely duck the high. And you're still left in couch after you can stay down here. Alright. Hold down, do 1 place. Get a low into a high, back into standing. You're plus 0 on that as well, so really yeah. So like if they know it's plus 0 and they start mashing, then you know you can duck, launch, you can do something evasive. Maybe you can use, yeah, sidestep. There's other options there, but 2-1, 1 is a frame trap. And since it's a low, this is actually perfect, now I think about it. Because the problems with frame traps, the true problem, is you want to enforce your frame traps, and you want them to land so you can, like, obviously get a big combo. But if they never press, then you know, you gain nothing. So you're basically pressing your big buttons that are like gonna launch them. And he doesn't really have anything safe on block that's a launcher, or at least that I remember. Like, first 2 isn't a launcher, it's just a knockdown. So like he has things that can be used. Not EI, from Perfumer. Like, let me maybe if I see it. Like, no, he just has like hefty punishes. That's a knockdown. 07. Yeah, I just don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember any launchers from this stance. Maybe on counter hit. We can test it out when we go through. But my main point is like, there's nothing here to really force the person to stop ducking besides this move. I mean, besides force them to stop standing besides this move. Like, if we're being completely honest. Like, this is a good low, don't get me wrong. It's a very good low. Right? This is a good low. Right? 32 damage. These are both good lows. 16 frame 1, 20 frame 1, good reach. But like, at a stance, there's nothing to make you go, yeah, pick it up. And like I was saying, that's the main problem with most frame traps, where the options that you have shape what they do. But when you're trying to do a frame trap, like let's say, who can I pick? Raven, for example. If you're Raven and you do down back 3, it's where he jumps into the air, spikes at your ankles. I think he's like +3 or +4. I can't remember. But he's definitely plus when he does that. And since he has a 13 frame counter hit launcher that's safe on block, he can do down back 3 into while rising 2. And if you press, you get launched. Right? It's an insanely fast, because if it's at 13 frames and you're +3, that means it beats anything that isn't a 10 frame. And even with 10 frames, it probably trades when you get launched anyway. So in that situation, you just don't press, because what is he gonna do? He's gonna probably grab or do another low, because he is in crouch when he does that, so he can like do down back 3 into full crouch. What's the word? Full crouch 3+4, like crouch 1 3+4, down 4 3+4. No, you gotta be in crouch. The point is, he can do that, in which case, if you block it, he dies. So, okay. And then when you start blocking it, he can just go for the standard, like while rising 1 launcher, which is 14 frames. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because what I'm saying isn't a justification of frame traps. It's to let you know, like, the balancing behind them, right? Because even though he has that 14 frame launcher, when you start blocking the down forward 3+4, because the down forward 3+4, fuck it, I'll just show you, because I'm tired of saving notation. At least let me show. Oh, that's a map.
Get ready for the next battle.
So he can do this move, right? And he's +5. So +5 is both his 14 frame launcher is a frame trap. And let me do practice training so I can just show you. Alright. So his 14 frame launcher, because he's +5. And his 13 frame counter hit launcher, obviously counter hit. You get the point. So he has a very good frame trap out of that. This also is a counter hit knockdown. You're +2. Counter hit knockdown. So if you do this, you have tons of advantage from this move. Like, this is a good move. So let me turn. Alright. So what I was trying to show you is, if you do down back 3, you can stay crouched and do a crouch walk and do 3+4. Right? And it brings you into soul zone. So from soul zone, you can do soul zone 1, which is safe on block. Soul zone 2, which I think is safe on block. Is soul zone 1 safe on block? Yeah, it is. Like, it's safe enough to, like, go into a shadow spot. Like, your +1 when you do it. Yeah. So, like, even this move here, which is, I like this move. It's a very cool looking move. Gives you advantage. This move by itself, which gives you all of this, loses if the person just doesn't press. And a good example of that is, again, Fire Rising 2 is 13 frame counter hit launcher. Right? Meaning it needs a counter hit to launch. So it like if they like just what's the word for it? If they walk forward, this doesn't counter hit. And they just get a little smack in the face. So it looks like this. So I'm +8 and it resets to neutral. I have the advantage as Raven. But I'd rather like send them flying. But if you do Wild Rising 1, which is your normal hit launcher, it's -14. So it's like, okay. I have to choose two decisions. One, if he presses, and let's really just choose that he presses. Right, that's the goal. Just do Wild Rising 2. It's safe on block. Alright. We have information for next time. Alright. Because you're never gonna use Wild Rising like Wild Rising 1. You're just never gonna use it. Alright? You're just not. In fact, if you're +5, you're a 13 frame move, -5, that's 8 frames. Meaning even like a power crush. Let me do punish. Even a power crush would lose to this move. Never mind, it doesn't. That's actually crazy. It's just like they meet on the same frame, I think. Oh, that's tragic. Anyway, that's the main point. That if they don't press, then they don't gain anything, and there's nothing to force them to press. Unless you like have a move that like gives you an ability to punish them for standing, or has like gives you access to another move set that allows you to punish. Into that, so that's another frame trap. Alright, so you're still crouched when you do it, right? You can just do over and over again. So eventually, like, you're gonna have to like respect that you keep attacking their ankles, and you're gonna have to duck. You're gonna have to duck. And the second they decide to duck, you can just hit that move, right? And that's another thing. That's why I was bringing up the Wild Rising 1. I forgot why. Wild Rising 1 was brought up because eventually they're gonna block you. Alright, so let's do block. Right. It's -23, so you get killed for this, right? So you're really risking your life for everything you do. So eventually, when you come in, you're not going to, what's the word for it? Stand block. Eventually, when you come in, you're gonna have to swap from doing double low. So like, right, you're gonna have to swap from doing double low to, my bad. You're gonna have to do a Wild Rising. You're just gonna have to. Right, you're gonna have to. And if they crouch expecting you to do another low, you have to do a Wild Rising 1, which is -14 on block. So if you do this move, and you're like, okay, now he's gonna duck, and he doesn't, they get a heat engager on you. And that's what I mean, like, there's not really an incentive to duck, except for, like, you need something to make that. Because if someone just keeps stand blocking against Raven, and he does low after low after low, obviously they die. But any normal player is gonna go, okay, low, okay, low. Let me do a mid, and just, you know, because there's no way he's not gonna duck, right? And if they don't duck, Raven dies for it. And I feel like there's a similar thing going on with Victor where you can be like, okay, this person's gonna duck because that's what a normal human being would do. That's what the sane human being would do. And
Get
they
ready for the
don't,
next battle.
and you would just die for it. Like, for example, this move, if they don't duck, you just die. Which is genuinely hilarious. Like, if you don't duck, you can just kill Victor for using this move. In fact, it forces you crouched so you get your raw rising move like instantly. So if you like, it's just that simple, bro. Right. So Victor has this same sort of like syndrome going on. So this low is very important. Right? Because it enters you in the crowd. You can go for raw rising mix-ups. You can, you know what I mean? Which honestly is kind of my personal favorite thing to do right now. Is do perfumer or like anything that's like a stance into a low option or something that makes them duck. Right? Something that like basically says, hey, you have to duck next time. Or that enters you into crouch. For example, like Kincho down 1 with Yoshimitsu. Into either a raw rising move that frame traps or a raw rising move that launches. You know what I mean? So let me reset this to normal standards. Okay, we're back to normal now. I have to reset the punishments. Alright. Wow, I'm really failing at this. We got 2-2-1 from Perfumer. Is that a true combo? It is. No, it's not. Hold on, we gotta find out. No, it's not a true combo. Which I have somewhere in my notes. I know I do because I've guaranteed asked that same question. So oh yeah, this is the counter hit one. The last hit counter hit, like I want to say knockdown, or maybe counter hit launches. I have notes in this stuff, but I just don't want to look. I'm trying to think. So, we do 2-1. Definitely beats. Because we're +7, right? We can do the mental math on whether or not the person can interrupt after being hit. So if we're +7 on transition, and the first move of Perfumer 2 is 12 frames, then clearly they can't interrupt Perfumer 2. They can interrupt Perfumer 1 though. So I'm gonna write this out actually. So P1 is I-16 start up, right? No, it's I-19 because it's a low, so it's gonna be slower. So we have an I-19 move. If he does a mid, let's do slug punishment, fast mid option. Right? Was that down forward 1? 13 frame? Okay. It's still beaten for plus. Oh, because that's 13 frames. So here's the deal. Specifically, Victor can't interrupt Victor because he needs a 12 frame move. But this 12 frame move is a high. He needs a mid that is 12 frames to beat himself. So if you have a mid that's 12 frames, because this Perfumer 1 is evasive, like ducks underneath, high jabs or whatever, So you can't use an actual jab. And this is like 1 frame slow. Like down forward 1 is 1 frame too slow in order to beat the frame trap. Someone like Yoshimitsu can do it. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm trying to think of other people who can do it, but so far Yoshi's probably the only one in this matchup that I know of that can do like a down forward 4 and beat Perfumer 1. So I'll put Perfumer 1 is greater than anything I-12? No, I-12 beats it. Is greater than anything I-13. And actually, is it that I-12 beats it? Because I don't even think that's true in the sense of like, so 19 frame move plus 7, fastest you can respond is, so yeah, if it would trade at I-12. So it beats everything that's I-13. Alright. We got P22, I want to say 1. And that's I-12. So of course that wins. Like that just beats everything because you're plus 7. So you would need to beat an I-12 move. You would need a 5-frame move. So not even Yoshimitsu can beat. Like that's very important information. Not even Yoshi could normal flash, the fastest move in the game, couldn't normal flash Performer 2. Like, this move, he couldn't interrupt it. Like if he did, like, hold on. He couldn't interrupt that. Raven could parry it, but he wouldn't be able to like. Actually, I think since it doesn't take you out of back turn whenever you get hit, you could like use your counter parry. So Raven's the only one who could actually deal with, you know, Performer 2. So you need an you need an I-4 move in order to beat it. So it beats anything that's I-5. Actually I-6, because 5 will trade with it. Alright. The same thing for that move, because it has the same starter. What is the difference between these? Oh, a bunch of mids, yeah. And this is a high at the end. There you go. We got Performer 3, 15 frame move. It clearly beats any jab, right? 15 minus 7 is below 10, so it's just gonna beat it. So P3 is I-15, which is going to be anything. 15 minus 7 is. It's taking me way too long to think of a number. I want to say 8. Yeah. So it beats anything I-9. We have Perfumer 4 standard, which gives you plus 14. So this is actually important information because if they try to press, right, you can use Perfumer 4, and I know you get a guaranteed something. I can't remember what it is. You get a down forward 4, I think. Yeah. And it's like down forward 4. Yeah, down forward 4 is allows you to go into a different stance. So down forward one, you're +4 into the stance. That's good. We'll use that later. So we do P4 is what? 18. High 18. And I'll write down that it's +14 on hits. So I-18 with +7, it's gonna be anything. Hold on, if it's, I'm trying to think. You're +7, right? So the fastest they can respond. Hold on, something might be off, right? Oh, I'm still on the wrong one. That's bad. That's bad. We gotta do. No, we don't. So the other ones definitely don't need to be redone, because I was doing the math based on if they could interact with the 10 frame. I'll redo P3 and see. P3 still works. Alright. So P4 gets jabbed out. Gets beaten by an I-10. But anything slower than I-10 doesn't work. Actually, it beats I-12s. Because I-11s would trade, and I'm doing the number of things that would not trade with it. So I'm right down this route of 2, 1, forward, into Perfumer, into Perfumer 4, counter hits, into down, forward, 4, 2, into EI stance at +4. We have Perfumer 1+2. Gets interrupted by a jab. 16 frames. I-16, which is weird that it loses to a jab. No. Hold on. No, it's actually weird. Oh, it's 25 frames, not 16. I don't understand why it said 16. So, I-25, which makes sense for why it lost. Because that's, what, 18? 25 minus 7 is 18. So, any move that is 19 or more loses. And here's the mind game, right? Perfumer 1+2. Let me make him block. Perfumer 1+2 leaves you +6, right? Is it forcing the crouch? I think we've already tested this, and I'm just not looking at the information. No. Hold on. Let's test out like more concretely. Because maybe it's just happening too fast. I wanna have like a solid answer. And the best way to find out is punishment. Nope. It's not crouching. Alright, so it leaves you +6, right? +6 means you can immediately go into down 14, standard 15%, right? They disrespect, they get launched. It means you can go for 1+2, just a raw 1+2, which is a counter hit launcher. Alright. Key charge, counter hit. get a combo. Alright. It does mean you could, if you're, because the thing is, you want to use 1+2 in that situation because it's safe on block at -8. It's just as fast, so it will frame trap 2, while down for 2 leaves you at -1. So it would be, alright, and now you're reset to neutral, where you can go for, you know, an armored high heat engagement that's safe on block. So it's kind of funny if you want to annotate this. It's forward 3, 1+2, 1+2, back 1+2, and like all of that is basically safe to go for, all of it. The only problem I would say when going through that flowchart is that it's easily destructed or like deconstructed. So let's say punish. No, we can't do that. I'll just record the bot doing it. That sucks. Oh yeah, there's a way to. How do I make them block? There we go. I have to like get used to doing it on this side. There you go. So the way that you would beat this setup is, first of all, when you get hit by the first parts, you can just jab out. So this, right? You think he's gonna do 1+2 to +6? You can jab him. In fact, not only can you jab him, you can launch him. Remember, it's anything that's I-18 that trades with it. I-18 trades with it. I-17 beats it. So anything that's I-17 or faster beats Perfumer 1+2. Alright? Which means you can launch if he's using it to get +6 on block. Right? That also means, let's say you just block the first part. You can sidestep it. Side will step whatever option coming out of Perfumer. Because it doesn't track, remember that. You can sidestep it. So you get hit by it, right? You block. You try to fight back there. If you press, right, you can't sidestep during that part. Or you're just gonna get hit. But what you can do, let him finish. And then you can sidestep the last part. Maybe not that direction. And then launch. So you get the point. What else is there? Is there any other Perfumer moves? I guess we can try this one. I know it seems like it doesn't make sense to do, but I think it does. Because right, you can dash in, and then if they try to jab out, you can get a Raw Rising launcher. Because you gotta remember, so far for Perfumer, we haven't seen any launchers. The only, like, quote-unquote launcher I think I saw was Perfumer. I want to say 112, right? Is that the one? No, it's 221. Perfumer 221. This one right here. The last hit. Allowed to get a combo, right? But it's not a true string. So like they would have to press during the last hit of that move, right? Doable, it can happen. Someone can get impatient. You can always just like only press 2-2 because if you press 2-2, you can now you're EI points, right? And that's has threats of its own. So you can just do 2-2 for most of the match and then press 2-2-1 and get a free combo, right? But that requires them to press into you, and it's kind of gimmicky because at the end of the day, if they feel like, oh, he's not gonna actually press, you know what I mean? Like he's not going to. Hold on, let me actually see something. Because you're +4 when you go into EI stance, I think, off of that. You're +5. So, not gonna lie, you might actually be screwed if you try to like press any buttons there. Depending. We're about to go over that in a second, but like, depending on which option's used, like if it's the 20 frame, you could, and this is a very slight could, if the person is slow enough, you could sneak in your own 15 frame. Nah, you can't because it's a 20 now, because he's +5, so you can't do that. You'd have to like jab, but then when you're in EI, you're basically crouched down anyway, and you can duck as well. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't think that's it. But what I'm talking about, what I'm thinking about is something like this. Right. When you're expecting him to jab to try to beat whatever option you're doing, you're expecting him to disrespect on some sort of high, something quick, to try to beat you. And this would be because you're using Perfumer 1+2. This is because you're using Perfumer 1+2, which gives you +6 on block, which gives a bunch of frame traps, is annoying as fuck, right? And it's essentially making it that whenever you press Perfumer 1+2, they can't play the game. Because the way sidestep works, or at least the general rule for sidestep, is if they're I want to say 5, if they're +5, you can't sidestep. And that also goes for, so essentially what that's saying is if you're -5, you can't sidestep. You know what I mean? So -5, 6, 7, 8, like, if it gives up your turn entirely, you can't sidestep. So it moves like, not that one, it moves like this, 4, 4, 2, being -4 is good. Because reset the distance enough for me to start sidestepping off of that if I think you're going to do like a non-tracking or some bullshit, right? On top of just being a heat engager that resets the distance. So we're gonna get into the moves eventually, as long as I can get through these fucking stances, because I don't know why I didn't test how to beat them earlier. But yeah, I think if you have the read that they're gonna do a jab, super forward, down forward, and you don't even have to do a route rising move, you can. I'm trying to think of something to do from here. It's like full count 1+2, which is a low into standing at 0 frames. So honestly, I think this could be good enough, right? Because you're in their face, that's 22 damage, you start off with a low, right? They're going to be blocking, yeah, so they're going to be blocking, right? They're still going to get hit by the high. You're standing now, you can do grab, right? So let me... there's no counter hit property. So yeah, this is. I'm trying to get comfortable with this. Like, I know it seems like I'm doing them pretty fast, but. If you do it too fast, you'll get rage art. Like, you have to physically wait for the dash, hold down forward, and then hold down. You have to release the forward button. Right. Just something like that. Let's go into EI stance. Because down forward 2 brings you in the gun. So we're gonna have that be the move we use to transition with. +7. Gotta write down the transition. So 2, 1, 4. There's a lot more stuff in EI stance. We have EI stance 1, 1. Alright. +15 knocks down. +1 hits. Actually, nice. So what is this on block? I know I have this information already. Let's see here. -14. That's why they're canceling it. Is this a true string? It is. I don't know why you're canceling it. Maybe if the first hit was blocked, so what I'm thinking is when the first hit is blocked, you could realize, hey, they're blocking, and use that moment of like, okay, they're gonna expect the second hit to come. On reaction, you can go, is it blocking? Hold on, let me see if I can do it on reaction. Random block. Yeah, you can. No, you can't. I suck. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. I guess you're gonna have to like call out whether or not they're blocking or not, and then use your own mental discretion, use your own brain power to be like, okay, now is the time, right? So we have EI what 2 2 no EI 1 1 okay, which is how fast is this? 13 frames. So this is 13 frames. You're gonna be +5. So what is down forward 1 like? 13 frames. So down forward 1. You got +4. Okay. So if you're at +4, this will beat 10 frames. So this actually is a frame trap. Okay. So you'll beat 10 frames. That's, we got I122 is also 13 frames. The question actually is, there's 3 hits to this. Is this a true string? Like, are all hits guaranteed? It is. And is that safe on block? I don't think the guy want to safe. No, it's not. Oh yeah, how did I forget this string? This is an entirely unsafe string that I hate. It looks so cool, but it's so unpractical. I forgot the notes I took yesterday. That's crazy. So, 13 is the golden number for this transition specifically. For down forward, 4-2. So plus 4, this move is 13 frames. At least the first part is. So, even with their 10 frame move, they're not going to be able to interrupt you. The problem is you have to use this move once you know that like they're not blocking. So like if you do something like right, you hit them to make them block again and you cancel. Right? You show them that you're going to cancel majority of the time. Just go into something else. Alright, just go into something simpler. Like a simple one would be right. That's not how y'all are supposed to do it. I'm still getting used to it. Just give me a moment. Right. You can do 1+2. 1+3 on block. Obviously, when you're better at controlling it than I am, you get the 1+9. You'll be perfectly fine. You know what I mean? So just choose your safe options to be like, what are you doing? Are you stand blocking? Are you ducking? And mainly the 1-1 is being used as a way to type, are you ducking? Because if it hits them, then you know they're ducking. And the cancel, you can just cancel into something else. Right? Either like a high or a low, or you know what I mean? Like, it's up to you afterwards based on what the person does. But you would essentially just use 1-1 and pretty much use the cancel every time. So I'm gonna write a note next to it. Do I-1-1 down to check mid/condition for what was it? 1-1-2? 1-2-2. Okay. We have EI 1+2, which is this move, also a frame trap. In fact, you really could just do that in someone's face to know the fuck out of it. Just really like make them question. I'll put down in my notes also condition for 1+2. So I-1+2 is also I-13 starting. Okay. So we have EI2, 16 frame starter, the +4. They're gonna lose to 11 frames. So EI2, 16. They're losing to 11 frames. He doesn't have any 11 frames to show this, but I think I can show you with a 12 frame, which is just going to be his jab. Forward. No, that was too slow. Alright. Give it a trade, he gets knocked back. So he would need an I-11 to beat you. We got EI3, 17 frame power crush. It's a power crush, so particularly the frame count doesn't matter too much. I'm not gonna lie. It's just, can I get it to like frame 8 before they can respond? Yeah, you can. I'll put I3 power crush, you know, and it beats pressing, you know. We got EI4, 18 frames. Anything 13 frames or more we need to with this. Actually, there's more EI4. For some reason, when I was in match, I couldn't remember the follow-up. And is this true is the question. Block ball. It is. So EI4, 2, I18, minus 4, I13 beats it. And that's really all you have to do. Just take whatever advantage you have, minus it from your move's frame count, and then minus one more. Like just minus one more frame for whatever, you know, to show how many frames it would take to beat your move. We have EI, which is 20 frames. This move can be jabbed out very easily. When I was playing today, there was a couple people who actually did jab me out. So we're gonna do punish. Right. And since you're in the air, you get floated if they're like competent enough. EI 1+2, I20, you lose to I15. And I'll just leave a note that airborne we have EI down 2. This move doesn't particularly matter to me as far as like being a frame trap, because if you're blocking, it just pushes you back, right? Like, it's enough that if you try to like jab, you get punished. If you try to do anything, so I can just spam this in the neutral until you can sidewalk and punish me. If you're at a wall, this move is fucking annoying. And even for the most part, I mean, even worse, in heat it's plus. And then it returns you back to EI stance. So you can go, so what, EI 1+2, 20 frames, minus 8. You would need a 12 frame move to trade and then 11 frame to beat. But those moves that are that fast are always jabs and usually high. So to be in and then do something like this, right, you can get jabs. But what if I just, you know, do this? It's also 20 frames. So you wouldn't be able to jab that option. Meaning you have to focus on blocking. But if you're wrong, actually if you're wrong, it doesn't matter because that's a high. So you can just duck. If you think he's going to fly in from above, you can jab and get a float combo. Cool, that's whatever. But you should, if you're in doubt, just block. I mean, just duck. If you're not sure if he's gonna choose between this and this, and the problem with that line of thinking though, like in a vacuum with just those two moves, like let's say you taught a guy how to play the game first day, he practiced a little bit, right? Slept on it, came back like me, and he's like, okay, these are the moves I know. These are the cool looking ones. I'm gonna use them. Sure, that thought pattern works. Of like, okay, just duck. You avoid both, and you get to murder either way. Either he misses and you get up and launch, or he, does the low and you get up and launch. These are the slowest moves in EI stance, and they were just made a frame trap. That means everything else is uninterruptible. No, seriously, think about it. If these two moves were made barely defendable, and they're the slowest ones, that means everything else is undefendable. Like you can't uninterruptible, I should say. It's +8. So what happens to the I-13 moves? You're gonna pull out a 5-frame move to stop them? No. This would probably be the point. In fact, when he's in heat here, this move, since he's like -8, you can't step either. So you have to deal with the mix-up. If he does this to you, you have to deal with the mix-up. Never mind. I just got jabbed. Hold on. Yeah, you can interrupt it with a jab, which is hilarious because you aren't crouched. Try. That's not what I meant to try. Huh, interesting. So, never mind. You can beat all I-12 moves from this stance with a simple jab. That also means you can launch it. Yeah, never mind. Just fucking jab him out if he tries to do either of those options. But then again, if you try to jab, then you get hit with that. So, again, the vacuum thing. And even being +4 because of down 2, right, is hilarious. Because you're reset to a distance where you can't jab him. And he can just hit it real low. Man, I'm glad that I did this. I need to remember way more of these options. So that was what, 23 frames. +4 during heat +8. I'm not even gonna put down what it loses to, quote unquote, because honestly, you can be back here and just control the neutral with it. Like, see how it hits there? It controls you from doing the slow moves, right? But it doesn't stop you. If you're at the right distance, here, you can just take your +4. Right? We have down 1 +2. Oh yeah, that's the move I was doing. So yeah, let's just go over the moves. it down. Neutral. I guess I'll leave the notes about 2-1 forward. And then down, forward, 4-2. 3-2 plus. How much did that leave you? I want to say plus 4. We'll turn off punish real quick. Yeah, plus 4. Alright, let's get to work. Gonna have block ball. Alright, standing. So, this. How much damage does this do? 1 Obviously 10 flame starter. It's a true string. Doesn't seem to have any counter hit properties. So write down I-10P for I-10 punish. 1-1-2. It doesn't give you much. You're only +3 on hits. And what is how on block? What is it on block? Okay, it's -12 at the end. So that doesn't give you much advantage. Two. Minus union, 10 frame, 18 damage. So I should write down the damages too. So 112 is 28 damage, while 12 is 18 damage. Why would I use that? Because there's an extension. So there's a mix between 1-2 and 1-2-1, and 1-2-1 isn't a straight down. Right? It's -12 on block at the end. What is it on hit? Nah, it's not even a counter hit true string. It is an extender though. So let's see. Defense. Knockdown. Okay. Actually, let's go for the wall, because I want to see something. Restart default position wall. Load. We'll remember this. I want to see if it wall flies. Yeah, it does. So this is actually useful information. Because there's times where you would want to frame trap with something simple. Like, you would go for, what's something that returns you to standing once you hit it? Right, like this. There's no advantage there actually. But you could beat him to the punch with a 10 frame jab. You could, not that, but let's say he's blocking. Stand block, punish, and then have him do a 10 frame jab. Alright. It's not a counter hit true string though, that's the problem. So you would have to actually... The situation where this would work, you would have to like be doing this over and over and then randomly just do the last part. Which isn't really that optimal, like I'm not gonna lie. If it was true, this would be a lot better of a string because you could frame tap into a wall splat. You know what I mean? We have 1-3. Jab into a low. Alright, and then key charge. There's no like there's no counter hit property to it. But I'm still gonna write it down because it's a high-low. And high-lows are very good. I explained this in like one of the mini Raven attempts that I tried to do. But if you do high-low, even if it doesn't do a lot of damage, right, it does mental damage. Where you're effectively saying like, yeah, you can't just stand guard, and I can always attack you from here, right? Because this move, it's like, if they block it, it's death. But for this move, they're gonna have to low parry it to get any value out of it. And you can just keep doing your thing, right? You could be playing normal, right? Because you're +3 in that situation, so you get your jab off first. And then you're -1 here, yeah. But at least you're getting damage in. So you always have a consistent ender to EI 1+2, where you could jab, beat anything like grabs, stuff like that. So they're gonna have to start ducking whenever you do EI 1+2, which of course is always a bad sign. It's always like, if you duck here after I just come in off a +3, I'm beating you with whatever I have. Like, I'm hitting this move, right? So I think it's decent. Again, it's tied to a 10 frame move, right? It's tied to a 10 frame like buddy. So I'll leave it notes. Use after EI 1+2, which leaves you +3 on block. Alright, next move. We have 2-1. So 2-1 is the move we've been covering before. +7, we're going to stand with the consumer, right? We showed the frame traps for basically almost everything works. Let's flip back to that page really quickly. Alright. Like EI1, not EI, Perfumer 1, Perfumer 2. Mainly Perfumer 2 and Perfumer 3 are the frame traps. Alright, like the heat engager is the frame trap. The standard mid string is a frame trap. But P1, the low, can be stopped with a 13 frame mid. I mean, can be stopped with a 12 frame. Did I do my math correctly on this? 19 minus 7 is 12. They would need an 11 frame. They would need an 11 frame move to stop. I didn't do my math correctly. So yeah, it's even better than I thought. So P1, they would have to have a 11 frame move to beat you. And Victor doesn't have an 11 frame move. So like someone like Yoshimitsu could do down forward 4 to like stop you. But at the same time, you could always just do like P221. Like Perfumer 2. You can do Perfumer 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you get a combo for using the Perfumer frame cut of like Perfumer 3. We have 2-2-2 on block 2. It shifts into EI stance. And something, I'm pretty sure I tested this yesterday, but it's always good to, you know, reinforce ideas. He blocks after he gets hit, right? If you catch, it's a 12 frame punish, right? It's a true frame. And you come in to EI stance at +4. And we've covered +4 is what you get from down 4 or 2. So all the frame traps that work for down 4 or 2 work for, you know, 2-2-2. So this is going to be I-12 punish with, I'll put the symbol for transfer, EI transfer. Right? Which is 2-2 on block / hits 2. And it leaves you at +4 on hit, right? And you should be using this as a punish, because if you do this when they're guarding, right? Spam block. Actually, I can just go back to spam. Alright, it's -3. So on block it's -3. On hits, you know, it's +4. We have we have 3 1 + 2, which is a 12 frame move. Does 32 damage. I actually really like this. I'm gonna put it as a I-12 punish, right? And the reason I'm using this as I-12 punish is I can't speak specifically because there's gonna be situations where it's like, yeah, I'd like damage. That's cool, right? But you did 34 damage for doing this move, right? 34. If you do this move, you do 32. But if you're in EI stance, you have to make the right guess. And if the opponent makes the right guess, you die. So you get a bunch of damage and you're forced into the stance, right? What you could do, right, is simply take your punish at +5, and since you're +5, go into like 1 + 2 15 frame counter hit launcher. Right. And everyone knows, hey, this is a stance, this is dangerous. Not everyone knows that, hey, you can't press here. And even if they do know, like, hey, that's probably most likely plus, they're not mentally going to, like, if they're not smart or they're not experienced, or hell, even if they're just not in the mood, they'll get hit by it. So 3, 1 + 2, it's what? 32 damage, I think? Yeah. 32 damage. Obviously it's I-12. It's +5 on hits. What is it on block? -9. And that's why we're going to be using it as a punish. Question is, no counter hit utility for the 1 + 2 part. No counter hit utility for the 3. Alright. We have 4, 3, 2. I'm pretty sure I tested this and it wasn't true. 4 13 frame move. So I'm going to put 4, 3, 2. What is it? Minus 15? Minus 13. So minus 13 on block. The note I'll leave is do 4, 3, 2 condition pressing. And I should probably put the... So is it safe on block for... So it's minus 10 for the second hit. And minus 9 for the 4 part. Okay. Eden is, you know, what is that? What button is that? 15 frames? Yeah. We already know this. 1 plus 2 is a I-15 counter hit launcher, right? And it can be used in combination with punishes to give you frame advantage, like, for example, 3, 1 plus 2 to give you a frame trap. I'll write down the combo. 3, 1 plus 2 into 1 plus 2 equals frame trap. We have this string 42211. I'm not really a fan of stuff like this because if you keep, let's say you have it on block, right? First hit, minus 11. Second hit, minus 15. And I get not everyone's going to know this, and hell, there's probably like pro players who really don't see this move often enough to remember on the fly, hey, this is launch punish of me. Right? I just like the way this sounds, so I'm gonna put it down. Forward, 2, 2, 2. Forward 2 is what? I-13. And the ending of it is negative 13. I just like the way it sounds. There's not gonna be any notes about it. Forward 4, 2. This is just objectively a good move. I'm gonna put a star next to it. Forward 4, 2. It's a heat engager. I'm pretty sure it's I-12. Alright. 14 frame. The 14 frame punish. Alright. It's a mid into a high, so you can duck it, and that's why it's gonna pair with the next move that's gonna show up. Heat engager, blah blah blah. High 14 start up. It's minus 4 on block, and then forward 4 1 is. Oh wait. Okay, I wrote it wrong. So forward 4 1 is the heat engager, and forward 4 2 is the mid. And then obviously it's I-14. What is it on block for minus 12? And I'm not gonna lie, mainly I use forward 1 to like mainly in fights. You can sidestep still, but you'll probably use forward 2 as a way to transition into EI stand as a punish. We're gonna use both of these. So I-14 punish transitions into EI. I-14 minus 12, blah blah. Transitions into EI if you do forward 2 down. What is it on plus 5? Alright. We got forward 1 plus 2. This is just objectively, it's a slow heat engager, but it's still good. It's just as slow as Yoshimitsu's forward 1 plus 2, right? And I'm pretty sure it's grounded even. Yeah. Forward 1 plus 2, I-20, heat engager to mid, I'll put hits grounded. So what that grounded thing means is get a combo going and then activate heat. And then you can take the block. See how he got lifted off the ground? You can do that to someone you think is about to get up and get just a fresh new combo. So this is another move I'm put a star next to because it doesn't have any punishment. Like, it does have good range. You can do this in a neutral, but it doesn't, you know, its specific use is to get a long range free engager or heat dash at someone. We have down 1-1. I don't actually like this move because sure it's 25 damage and it's a 13 frame punish, but at that point, why wouldn't I just use, I don't know, like 2-1 and I'd get more damage, right? I would get basically the same damage with the option of a spam straight, you know what I mean? If I do this, I'm +8, so I can do like a slower move. Like I can do. Right, I can do that. In fact, I'm gonna write it down just for that idea alone. So down, forward, what? 1-1. What is it? High? No, it's middle, high. So you can mid, high, right? I'm gonna say it's an what is that? 13 punish. I-13 punish, and it gives you +8 on hits. I'm gonna leave the notes. Can be used safely in neutral and on hits allows for slow move attempt. So something that can be done is have a block. You can Right, +6. You're +6 in that situation. You can +6 into. Hold on. You can +6 into a frame trap. I'm trying to show. Let me see. Punish. Right. So you can use it as a way. Is this slow? Yeah. So you can use it as a way to frame trap with a jab move that even if you are wrong, even if you are wrong, you're completely safe and you can still sidestep. Because it's only -4 on block. It's -4 on block but +8 on hits. So I think this is nice. So you go, be able to sidestep, do whatever you want. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Down 2 is just down 2. I don't have to explain why down 2 is good. Down 4 is 1-4. This is an ender. I talked about this slightly the other day. You would use this as, let's see, stand approach. Alright, so about here, you'd go. It's just meant to like. It's just meant for damage. You could throw this in a neutral, right? You could do that. I wouldn't recommend it. -9 for down 4-3. -9 for down 4-3-4. So you can do this. But if they block the, wait, never mind, I'm doing this whenever the fuck I want. This is great. I thought this would be like -14 or something. Down forward 3-4-2. It's 16 frame move. I'm gonna put -9 for all of it because that's basically what it is. Alright. It's an extender. And then, of course, leave the note. Do down, forward, 3-4-2, bait. The last. Alright. Alright, we got down forward 4-2. We've already covered why this is good. I'll write down like we got down forward 3-4. The only way I would see this as good is it's a 14 frame move, right? So you can use it as a frame trap, yes, but also look how like far it goes. So let's see, on hits, knocks him down. On counter hit, still just knocks him down. So it doesn't give you a combo from hitting it. Obviously, it's going to wall splat. Like, let's not kid ourselves. It's gonna wall splat. Oh wait, I have the. There we go. Right, wall splat. It being 14 frame is cool, but do we have anything that wall splats under 14? Because this is too risky. It's -17, right? And it has good range, But as you can see here, outside of jab range, it's not going to do much. So you can really just back up and then go back in. But if you're going to do that, like, if you're going to risk it on something, you might as well just do this. Minus 21, you're gonna die anyway, right? At least use the move that has great range. But then you can be like, oh, but like they can still launch me if they aren't prepared. Fine, use this version. It's much faster. I guess you could like use this once in a while. The thing is, I'm thinking about like once I get to a level of skill that I'm facing other people who are prepared, like other people who have this stuff down. So down forward 3 plus 4. High 14, but it's minus 17 on block. Wall splat. Shoulder bash. And that's the only information I'm going to leave about it. We have down 1-1, which isn't true. It isn't true at all. It leaves you minus. Okay, what if I counter it? If you counter hit it, it's coming here. It leaves you at +6 in standing. So I'm gonna do down 1-1 I-18. On block. What is it on block? Minus 17. It's minus 6 or 7 on hits. I'll leave a note that becomes true on counter hits. So an attempt you can do is P1 plus 2, so you get the +6, right? And then you could do down 1-1, and if they press, since you're already so evasive, right, it's gonna duck the highs, and you get counter hit, which then leaves you at +6. I'll leave a note saying counter hit equals +6. We have 2. How fast is down to? 18 frames. Let's activate this. Turn standing on for it. Defense. Right. So on hits, it leaves you +4 and it forces crouch, meaning you can launch them. But it doesn't force crouch on block. So down to I-18, it's 0 on block, +4 on hits, forces crouch on hits. Yeah, and it's a heat engager. Stop there. I think this move is interesting. I'll see if I can find a way to use it later. We have down 3, was just a standard kick, but on key charge, it does not a damn thing. Damn, it must be this one. Yeah, it's down 4 that's the good kick. So, down 4 is faster and has a counter hit property that does damage, right? Looks cool. So what's the point of this? Does it have better reach? They both reach from here. I don't understand. I'll just write down 4. So I-16. I think it's minus on him, right? -3, yeah. And on block, this move is -14. That might be the difference. Okay. Okay, bro. Whoever made these moves are trolling. So on block, it's -13 for down 1. I mean for down 3. Down 3, -13. Down 4, which is faster, has a counter hit property, and reaches just as far. It's just 1 more frame negative. And it doesn't seem like a big deal to be 1 more frame negative, except Raven can launch you from blocking a low at -14. So Raven could launch you if you do down 4 and he blocks it, right? He can't launch you at like -13. He can hit you, but he won't launch you. And that's a very big difference, right? I think Kazuya can launch from crouch at 14 frames. So it does make a difference. And it's a big difference when it happens, but like on paper, it's like, what's 1 more frame gonna do? But even on paper, 1 more frame is the difference between something hitting and something not. So I'm trying to think, what was I doing before this? I-16, -14, -3 on hits. Counter hits equal. It's not a knockdown. It is a knockdown. 32 damage. Down 1.2. Special mid, -9. This is steel metal. Right. So let me write this down. Down 1 + 2, I-19, -9, steel, pet tool. There we go. That's literally the only purpose for it. I'm not gonna lie. We got down back 1-1. Which actually kind of feels cool to press. I'm gonna hit this down. The down back 1 is 14 frames. I-14. Punish. Down back 1-1. I-14 on block is what? -7, so completely safe. On hit, it's +2. If you do down back 1-1 with the transition, it's It's +5 when it hits, I think. +4. It's just good for an obvious reason. It gives you another way into stance. And it's double mid too. So The reason it matters that it's double mid is that for the other one, what was it? It's 2-1, right? It's a high high, meaning if I do 2 highs and try to go into stance and it misses, it still goes into stance. But if they're ducking, they can just do a wow rising move. If I do down back 1-1, I can still go into stance with just as much advantage, right? Actually, not as much advantage. So, hold on. I need to think. For firmer 1 at 19 frames minus 4, so 14 frames can beat it. So I'm gonna have to leave a note that this is a weaker transition. Because a lot of moves become suddenly very interruptible if you're like entering through this. Which I guess is like such like specialized character knowledge. So down back 3. On key charge. His little mini combo. Controls, you know, the neutral pretty well. Down back 3 on block. -8. It's kind of hit launch. Down back 4. So down back 4 is definitely the like go-to low. So I have to put a star next to it. So down back 4 low high 20, right? On block is like -23, you die. On hit, you're +4. It enters crouch automatically. It has a counter hit launcher property and good range. If you want to see it, it looks like this. We have back 1, 14 frames. Back 1, 2. This is actually pretty nice. I actually like this move. So, back 1, 2. It's what, mid, right? No, it's mid-high. 14 frame move. So I'm gonna use this as an I-14 punish. I'm trying to think. So, okay, I-14 on block. It's -8 or -9. I'll just put -8 because it doesn't matter. But on hits, it's a throw. It's +0 because it shifts to an automatic throw. But if you do back 1 forward, transitions to Perfumer at +5. Alright. This is a medium strong transition. just gonna put star next to it because that's important. We have back 2, which is just, it's a parry, but I'm not sure how you would use this to get advantage. It looks like this. In fact, I'm gonna write this down because the fact that it's 12 frames means you can use it as a frame trap. Punish. Alright. I need something that leaves me standing with advantage. Or maybe not even advantage, because it's 12 frames. Yeah, that'd be fine. So it takes a couple frames to activate, and I'm losing because that's a 10. This is going to be a 13, I think. Yeah, that trades. So, what's something that gives me advantage? Oh yeah, he's doing a 12 frame jab. So, did I do it to him? Maybe I'm pressing the button too soon. Let's do. How long is the period active frames? I'm trying to think. You gotta be so precise. Oh well. We got back 3. I actually like this move. Controls a lot of the neutral. So, back 3, 2, I-17. It's +4 on hits. -9 on block. So I'll leave a note. Back 3 has good reach. Actually, I didn't properly write this out. Yeah. So I'll just scribble out that part. I'm gonna do back 3, 2, I-17, -13. Not gonna lie, I'm not even gonna use the second part because I don't care. I just don't. I really don't. You have back 4, which is a high hand move. What I wonder actually about this is, yeah, the +14, and back 4 is very similar to the Femur 4. It's not the same thing. It has the same effect, same animation. So simply just use this as a frame trap. So, well, let's let them actually fucking block. So on +6 using an 18 frame move, it'll trade with. So let's make him do something slower. 13 frame mid. I just wasn't fast enough there. So it would look like it's a mix. You know what I mean? So back 4, I-18. It's going to be safe on block. On hit, it's going to be, I think, negligible. Defense. Plus 13. I think. Let's see. Alright. It's -2. That's a high, but fuck, -2 is crazy. Has a counter hit property that gives you plus 14, which means guaranteed down forward 4-2. Alright, I gotta use the bathroom, I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Back on this move is kind of hilarious, I'm not gonna lie. So it's a high armored heat engager, right? And it has basically no tracking. But the way that I use it when I'm not being hit and just spamming it back to back like this, because it's -9, right? When I'm not being a dickhead and just spamming it, the way I use it is I do forward 1. It resets the distance so that you can't jab me. And then I do a heat engager. Alright. And this is one of those heat engagers that you only get a follow-up, I think. Like, you don't actually get a combo. Like, for example, with forward 1+2, they get they get flung into the air. So like some form of combo. You see the fact that like it launches the person. They go flying. You get a combo. That's the main point. Right? When you use a heat dash with back 1+2, you don't get a combo. You get a guaranteed like forward 1+2. You most likely get like a down 1+2 as well. Like, so you can one of these and still pello them. But like so hard to hit. Yeah, there. I can't even do that. Yeah, there you go. So like, you could use it mid combo, but you have to use an ender. Like, you're not going to get. You do it just for extra damage. Like, you'll probably do it in a situation like here, when as an ender at the wall, or you want to push them to the wall. So, stand approach. Well, we're too close to the wall in the first place. This should be good enough. And then obviously you would just do this. And it'll get them to the wall. And then you'll just get like whatever ender you have. Right. Like I said before, it has no tracking. Like at all. So move forward. We'll keep it that way. Right. Well, okay, it tracks to that side. My bad. But it has no tracking to the left. It like completely misses. It also, mind you, is a high. So. As far as heating gauges go, this is the safest one. At -9. Like, it's safe. But since it's a high, if you spam this over and over, they're gonna sidestep you, launch. They're gonna duck, launch. So it's actually an annoying class of move. But at the same time, like, it's not invulnerable. So if you see a Victor spamming this over and over again, one, grab, right? Just grab them. Two, sidestep right. And three, duck. We have back 1+4. Yeah, I don't care about this move. Not one bit. Up 1+2. So far we have all the basic directions of 1+2. Up 1+2. Alright. We have back 1+2. Forward 1+2. Down 1+2. Right? We even have like while rising 1+2. Right? 1+2 is like, for Victor, you could fight in this game basically on controller without really having to take your hands off 1+2. So, like, when you're playing defense, you can go, okay, arm and move, stay back, arm and move, okay. Alright, I'm 50-50. I died for it. Like, you can actually genuinely feel kind of comfortable because you can do hold down. I mean, right now you're in the fight. Now you can do your whatever. You know what I mean? Because you have an easy weight in with a low. Because this is down one, right? Actually, no, it's not. This is full crouch 1+2. It just allows you to move forward. In fact, how far back does this reach? So yeah, you're just in there now. At -13 now. When you're up close, you're 0. Because it's true. So up 1+2 during heat is -4 instead of launch punishable. I mean, I guess. Maybe this is most likely to be used when you're in the corner. And yeah, okay. Right, and you're -4, so you can still sidestep their move afterwards, because they're gonna try to do a launcher. In fact, I want to show what this would look like. Punish. Right. Which one? I have it on one. Okay, good. I'm struggling with sidestep. That's the hard part. I guess down forward one is like very tracking. Like, yeah, see how it's taking my sidestep. Oh, I got a sidestep right. Okay, let's try that then. But I'm not recovering at the right time. You have to time this correctly. If I don't, fucking hell, bro. There you go. So you gotta wait for the actual like. But if you don't, you get comboed. I'm devoted to hitting this. It's so fucking annoying. To get such a like such a landing stun. So obviously you can see that this is hard to like time it correctly. So you can punch. Right. But it is possible to do, because you're -4. Last one. Finally. Freedom. Oh, we want that on black wall. We got up 1-1. You can do this in any order. You can also cancel the last hit. This is the 13 frame move, actually. We need to write this down. So, I-13 punish in... I'll just put up 1, 1, right? On block for the last hits. So, up 1, -9. And then the second hit is -14. Right? But you can do up 1, 1, down. Yeah, down, right? To cancel. I can't spell for shit. Holy shit. Cancel into EI stance. Oh, it's awesome extender. Alright. So, the extender part, all that means is standing. You get access to like a tornado that isn't, you know, spamming 2 a bunch of times. Let's see. I need to write down, so if I do up 1, 1, down, alright, it goes into EI stance at what? +3. These numbers are fucking weird, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't understand why it's +3. So essentially what it's feeling like is that each way that you use to get into the stance, you have to do the math yourself. And that doesn't seem like that big of a deal to have to do the math for each move, because we already have a chart. We can just plus or minus the amount, you know what I mean? But the hard part is specifically remembering, okay, if I transition through this, is this a frame trap? And like that's gonna get complicated. So I suggest that you just use this as a 13 frame punisher to be a 13 frame punisher instead of canceling into a stance. Because +3 means you can beat 11, 12 frames with, you know, EI1, right? And then EI1 and I guess that's like as much as it'd be good for. EI2 is a 16 frame move, so that immediately like can only be beaten by 12 frames. And you can quickly do the math right now because there's nothing going on, but in the moment, you're not going to be able to. You're not going to be like, okay, what's the punish? No, like, you don't know the trap. And I guess it's going to be one of those moments where it doesn't truly matter since there's so many, like, mid and high options. You're just going to want to know, okay, my fastest option in this stance is, you know, EI3, and because of this move, it frame traps. Alright, so he's not going to be able to press there. And for that reason, I can go for the low. And if he starts disrespecting, you use your frame trap. I guess that's how you're going to have to think about all, like, the sub-tier ones. Where, you know, they can't interrupt. Because the thing is, the frame traps, I gave specific numbers on what could beat it, because someone could be using an option often that could beat yours. Like Yoshimitsu could be using down 4 and just happen to be one of your moves. And now he's going to be throwing out down 4. And because the frame trap option of, you know, EI3 exists, any type of pressing, any numbers that doesn't beat EI3 is irrelevant. So it's really a state of, is he pressing or is he not pressing? he could be pressing for a specific reason, like, oh, you're doing EI 1 2. He's gonna press because he feels like you're gonna do it, or if you're doing down 1 2, he's gonna try to like jab you out of that. But you just immediately go back to doing your quick option, like hey, stop pressing, stop pressing, stop pressing, stop pressing, stop pressing, stop pressing, stop pressing. Oh, you stop pressing? Okay. Stop pressing. Stop pressing. You're done? Bad. Stop pressing. Like it's only really on or off mentally wise for like you. It's probably most likely gonna be like it's gonna be a little more complex, but the bare bones basics is okay, is he going to press, use the frame trap? Is he not? Okay, which one is he gonna duck, high or low? And because of the fact that you have things like that, like can he interrupt that? If he's blocking can he interrupt? I feel like he can. No, he can't. So really, this move is fucking free then. What's the point of this move? No, seriously. Is it like I don't get it. If you can't interrupt, oh, you can duck it. That's why. Okay, I was so confused for a second. I was like, why even have this move fucking exist? I mean, but even then, you can always just go. They could jab you out of it because it's slow. Yeah, so this one is meant to guarantee that you pull out the move. But I'm betting for certain that this is sidesteppable. Like, very sidesteppable. Okay. Well, we have up forward to a mid homing move. Okay, bro. Stop putting your hands on me like that. That's mad rude. +7 on hits, which is nice. No counter hit functionality, but it's just whoa. This has so much fucking range. Like, why does it reach? Why did that reach? No. Why did that reach, bro? Listen, I don't understand why this is allowed to reach. This is criminal reach. This is the proportions of reach is not okay. Like from that far. So for perspective, this move that gives you +7 on hit. First of all, it has to be super negative on block. It's safe. Okay. So it's a safe mid. That's +7 on hits. Meaning you get hit by this, you can't do anything. Alright. Because I can always just launch you easily. I could always well, that's already slow enough. I could do a 15 frame counter hit launcher, a regular launcher. I could really go for the low because I am left in standing with +7. So you need a 12 frame mid to stop me from doing like down back 4. So this safe on block +7 mid is also homing. So like I may give up my turn when I do this, but the second I hit you with it, like it resets me to like jab range. So like a couple backdashes, you know what I mean? You can do like what? 4 forward. Oh, let's make them block. Yeah. You can do 4 forward, 2, -4, right? It's already a slow move. Got it. So you can't do that. Obviously, you can do the standard frame traps. +6. It's beaten by 13 frame moves. But at the same time, like, hold on. I truly believe this can be beaten. This can beat a 10 frame. Even at negative advantage. Well, not at negative advantage. That's the wrong word. Right, that's a jab, right? So if I do, forgot to program it not to respond. Yeah, it is that. It's so evasive, bro. Like, what are they gonna do? Not a thing. In fact, it looks like it forces crouch. No, it doesn't. Okay. Oh, this is just a good move. So it's I-19, -9 on block, +7 on hit. It's a mid, homing, and has hella reach. And then I'll write down the little sequence I just did, which is forward 4, 1, into up forward 2. We got up forward 3, or up 3. Either one doesn't matter. Let me do. +3 on regular hits. And counter with a knockdown at the wall. Wall splats. I don't really like this move. What's the amount? It's a knockdown, so up forward 4 is the hockey that we have. It's his hockey, I should say. Except you die if you use it. I never captured that. Why do we gotta make this so punishable? Oh, I guess you can go through like a combo or something. So let's do. Yeah, I don't know. We got forward 2. So this move here, so up 4 is -18 on block. -19 actually. Let me do display. It's kind of hard to see the influence from data. Alright. -19. Alright. This move is -16. So also launchable. just slower than the previous move. While running move, yeah. It is an extender, so you can use it in combo. Other than that, I'm not sure what it would be, useful. I guess it's just a cool launcher. We got 4-4-4 forward, 4-4 forward, 2. Plus 2 on block. Which on block gives you a transition to the EI stance at +5 for free. This is crazy. My only problem is I'm terrible at these inputs. So here's the deal. I know they did this on purpose. Right? They of course did this on purpose. They did 4-4-2 is -16 on block. Right? 4-4 forward 2 is +2 on block. And it's very easily accessed standing. With a transition into the main primary attack stance of Victor at +5. Can you guess why they would put those two button inputs so similarly together? Could it be because they want people who have a hard time to do the move to mess up and die for it? I think so. And I'm not even joking either. Like, this isn't a bit. I'm so serious. I think they genuinely want people who mess up the inputs and gets 4-4-2 to die. That's why it's -16. Right? It's a mid launcher, right? I'm not sure if there's anything else cool about it. You could probably sidestep it, maybe. Who knows? I'm not gonna test it. And then I don't quite understand why this needs to be. I guess with how unique the animation is, you would feel good spotting and punishing this. I guess I understand. But like, you have to do a run move. Right, this is definitely a run move. So like, I could do it because I've been playing for this. But anyone who's like having trouble with their controls or getting used to it, they're gonna struggle doing that. And they're gonna be playing a game, do the wrong move, and die, and it's gonna be nothing but frustration. And I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't want it any other way. Fuck Victor plays. Well, y'all thought I was on Victor's side because I'm checking him out. I'm checking out the enemy. I want to see him struggle. All right. Every time he has a move like this, where every part of it means he gets fucked up, that makes me smile. Okay, enough of that. Let's write this down really quickly. So what was this? Forward, 2, +2 on block. Alright. What is it on hit? Does it matter? It probably just like sends them fucking flying. Yeah, it's just a knockdown. Nothing too special. Knockdown. It definitely wall splats. I'm not gonna even check. If you do forward, 2, down, it's +5 with the transition into EI. We have that quarter circle forward 2. Oh, yeah, fucking sucks for me. Oh, you just pull out your gun. So this is kind of like Kunimitsu. Um, he actually does kind of give me like Kunimitsu vibes as far as like the way he's set up, where he has a bunch of like cool things out of stance that look interesting to look at, but like a lot of it is either extremely like negative, where like you're launchable for it, like at least all the cool stuff, and then there's other stuff that are meant to be utility that are safe on block but give up the turn entirely. Like when you do the move, it's like, yeah, you don't get to keep pressing after this. So it does increasingly remind me of Kunimitsu, because basically everything out of Catan was like, hey, bro, either make the right guess or your turn's up, and you may not die for it. Like at least in like lower end lobbies when people don't know which direction to step, but they could just pretty much stand block Catan and not have to worry about any of the options. There was like one low out of Catan, and the follow up could be blocked even if you were hit by the low. So like it truly did not matter. And I'm pretty sure you were launch punishable if you blocked that fall. I mean, I'm pretty sure you could launch Kuni if you blocked that follow up. So it feels like a similar design of like, yeah, you get to do a bunch of cool shits, but you're gonna have to be a good player if you want to enjoy this character. Like if you want to do well with this character, you have to be a good player, but have these cool animations. So it's the gun is up high. I wish I would have known that. Which I'm glad that I can be back here and threaten my opponent. This is totally fair. I'm surprised that they didn't give a transition from EI into, Perfumer, which I feel like is definitely missing. It feels incomplete. Like, think about it. Everybody else tends to have transitions from their stances into their other stances. For example, Yoshimitsu from standing can do Kensho, and then up 1+2 to go into Dragonfly, and then from Dragonfly can do down 1+2 to go into Flee, and then from Flee can be down 3+4 to go into Meditation, into Indian Stance, and then press back from Indian Stance to go into Meditation, and then can do like a quick attack from back turn to go to like standing again. So you can flow from stance to stance pretty easily. You can flow from Indian Stance to Meditation, Meditation to Indian Stance. You can flow from Indian Stance to Dragonfly, I think. Don't quote me on that. And I don't think you can transition from Dragonfly to Indian Stance, which would be kind of cool if you could. I'm not even sure what the input for that would be. Yeah, I'm just gonna like figure out how to even analyze this move, because clearly it's like kunai, right? It's just a gun from far range, like her kunai, that teleports her in, and you can get in close, right? And when at full screen, it doesn't bring you directly in. Only difference is Kunai was a fucking mid, so you couldn't duck the Kunai. And honestly, should you be able to even fucking duck that Kunai? Like, I guess because the annoying part is no matter where you are on the screen, she can always run you with like a throw, basically from across the screen. She could threaten you with a throw that did a decent amount of damage. I think it did like 30 damage. So you couldn't like back up from her, because she would just pull out her gun, push you, or throw out her kunai, push you, right? And then she would do like set, cancel into some bullshit, right? She had so many options of, I shouldn't say so many options to get in. She had ways of approaching you quickly, and I feel like that's the same for Victor. But that being plus, like EI 1+2 being +2 is already crazy enough, right? And what's the word? EI 1+2 being plus is crazy enough. Procurement 1+2 also being plus is crazy enough. This move is crazy enough being plus, right? +4, and then it's +8 in heat. So like, you really can just, if I can do it correctly, right? You can gun your way in while in heat, turn this at +8, and then do like. Alright. We have bat back 1 plus. Oh, bat back 2 plus 3. Does 65 damage, isn't unblockable. So this shit here is part of like. It's the first thing I think of whenever I see a character, bro. Like, what are their unblockables? What are their counter hit launching lows? You know what I mean? Because it is cheese in a sort of a sense, but it's still kind of still a 50-50 of like, you can, first of all, let me start off right. Right. You got these combos on. Alright, key charge again. Down back forward. Now they carry to the wall, and then as they're getting up, you can. I'll press the wrong button. So hit a actual like key charge. Let's swap the map so I can show. Click select stage. What's a stage with like a wall that's reachable here?
Get ready for the next battle.
Like, don't get me wrong, if you don't know the options of a character, even if you do know the options of a character, a key charge setup is scary, right? Because you can just die, especially when they know the combo. Right, let's say he got hit by that. Hold on, we can fix this. Nonsense. I'll keep pressing the wrong button. Oh, I got him. Okay. I actually don't know anything about that, so I'm actually Damn. I guess you get the point. I guess I'll do like the small one. How did that even fail? Alright. So how much damage was that? Display. No fucking way was that much damage. So. Yeah. That much damage. And like, 65 damage from an unblockable is such a high amount, right? But you gotta remember, a lot of people have these setups. It's just that at your level, people aren't doing it. Like, if he stays on the ground, I'm pretty sure he still gets hit too, but let's see. Restart. Opponent status. Down, face down. No, he doesn't get hit on the ground. So, like, if they're the type of person that just stays on the ground, this misses, right? If they're the person who, like, side rolls, it misses. So, like, you can avoid key charge setups like this very easily. But, not gonna lie, that's a crazy amount of damage to take. Like, let's see. How much damage is that? I don't even know how that failed. So that's 55. Then with the 65, that's 100 damage. Like, you gotta remember, it's a key charge setup in the first place. So you can key charge. I actually need to have those walls be broken. Hold on, we'll just make them stop fucking standing so I can break these walls. Yeah, okay. Fuck, I don't actually know any combos. This is bad. What? Okay, that's the one time. Alright. Here. Alright. Here. Again. Right. So he hits the wall. He's tornadoed. And then if you time it correctly, probably not in this specific situation because the like wall breaking is kind of weird. This is the amount of damage you just did from like 2 key charge setups. Actually, 1 key charge setup because you key charged to get a combo into it like unblockable. This is a crazy amount of damage, right? Obviously, it can be avoided. Like, staying on the ground, the unblockable doesn't hit. The key charge setup, right? When you see someone key charge and you're on the ground, just stay there. Because if they kick you, well, bad example. If they kick you, they lose their key charge. Or if you see that they have a key charge going, right? If you're another Victor, just shoot him. Just shoot him. If you're other people, you can just back up, right? But if it's a key charge setup, you're on the ground, you've already gotten up, you just gotta guess. Or better yet, you can throw out an armored move. Like for example, back on plus 2, throw out an armored move. They can't block, right? So even like, let's say it was this move. I want to try to do this move to them. they would lose because it's low, but if I get this, or no, not that much. Not that much. What's a key charge? Like key charge right there. Key charge 1+2. The armored move would like eat it. So, how would I show this? Punishments. That's not them into there. Alright. Block. And of course you'd have to get up correctly too. So let's do restart, player status, down, face up. Alright, restart. Instead of getting up slowly like this, where you can be victim to mids, you can be hit by lows. Like you can really just die to anything. You can even die to like a E dash for doing that, doing the slow get up. You're gonna want to do press up. Just press up once, and then take your guess. Press up, immediately get hit. Like, up, armor. Up, armor. Up, sidestep. Like, you gotta do something. If you, and here's the thing, on reaction, if you're not used to the setup, or you don't know about the setup, and you don't know, like, how it works, you can see the unblockable and think sidestep, and just not do it correctly, or not do it fast enough. You know what I mean? Like, things happen. But if they keep doing it, you gotta have a plan. Stay on the ground, side roll, do like get up kicks, because with the get up kicks, it also will get rid of their counter, like their key charge. Shit, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, like. Yeah, so like they can do key charge, and since they're key charging running for you, that move is going to hit them, and they can't block it. And if they try to do like a counter hit move, you're in the air. So that's actually the perfect example. So let me turn off punishment. If, how do I make him key charge? I guess I'll have to make him hurt me. So, let's see. Opponent heat, nope. Wake up option. Spring attack. Right. So if I do unblockable on the ground, he does a spring attack. So what I'm gonna do is, how do I get him on the ground quickly? I'll just make him stop blocking. Alright, charge. I can't block. Can't block. And if I try to go for the actual setup, well, I'm actually doing that. He still hits me before I can do anything. So don't let someone bully you with unblockables. It's very strong when you land it, right? But also don't abuse that either, because oh man, they can wait. I mean, to be fair, if they're key charged, they're not gonna be able to like block it. Even with the side step, I don't think. Like not blocking, but like side step. Oh, they can do it to the left. So yeah, you're still fucked. Not gonna lie. But it's just another situation of like rock paper scissors. Of like, what are you gonna do? And now it's like, oh, it's gonna be the T-chart set up again? Well, maybe. Alright, maybe not. Alright. Another cool thing could be like this. If I could do it correctly. Because I've done this in matches and people start chasing you down when you just backdash. Like they can't stand it. They just start like approaching you. And the reason I do this isn't to run away. It's so I can do this and approach safely. Because entering this stance takes so long. Like, and the inputs aren't read until you're in position. Right? So I'll do this. Try to do this. Right? And then they'll just like keep closing the gap. So I have to keep backing up. Keep backing up. And eventually it's like I can't keep backing up anymore. If I just go. Because it just looks like a regular backdash. It looks like a regular. I mean, it looks like his regular. So I've had this move hit on me before. And I was like, oh, he's just, you know, he's just teleporting back. He's just doing his regular thing. No. Fucking gonna hit you with 65 damage. Oh, I guess it's 55 there. And then you have. No, that's 66 damage. That's a fucking crazy amount. That's either 55 or 66. I think it's 66 if you're key charged. But who's hitting a key charge? A key charge, like, unblockable is insane. I mean, that's so OD, bro. So about 3 of these unblockables is what it takes to kill someone. The amount of health that's left from these pokes is just like the amount of health that's left can be poked. It's so like this basically kills that tiny sliver of health. I think that's just because you can't kill the dummy. So you could really just immediately kill someone with that amount of health left. It's not even that big of a deal because you can force him to block with a high immediately into a low. Where's the quick recovery actually at? So yeah, I think I'm gonna be going for this move a lot more. So is this back, 2 plus 3, unblockable. So it's unblockable around 60-ish. Who really cares at that point? It's like 55 damage. And I have to leave the note that it looks like backdash. What else is left? Because we're right there unblockable. We're almost done, aren't we? 10 hit combos, don't care about that. Key charge, yeah. A Blanc. While rising moves I've covered the other day. EI stance covered. So yeah, this is like officially all of it. I've gone over all the moves. I guess we can go over his grabs. 2 and 1 break, 2 and 1 break. 1+2. Yeah, he doesn't have a grab game. Yeah. All right. That's it. Oh, actually, let's try to do a key charge setup. Like one key charge setup. Display. Eyeball. I still have to do the raw rising after that. Okay. I still have to do raw rising 2 and then a 1-2-1 to tornado them at the wall and then do forward 1+2 to break the wall into the unblockable setup.
Get ready for the next
And it's Reina.
battle.
Fuck. Reinas are so aggressive. They're always moving.
Round 1. Fight.
Still haven't realized all the punishment either. That's fair. She ducked low, blocked the low. I wasn't ready yet. I think that what he's doing is I don't know why I wasn't expecting that. He disrespects that is crazy.
Round 3. Fight.
Yeah, I'm not fighting this one. What the fuck? Oh, grabbing one. Yeah, not him.
Get ready for the next battle.
So I have to hit this from the front for it to counter hit. 70 damage if I hit wall. Spamming 2 9. I wasn't thinking, I was just pressing 2 and seeing what happened. And what happened was 70 damage for free.
Get ready for the next battle.
Fuck, and I was just saying. Can I get someone that at least knows somewhat decently?
Accepte ta défaite. Tu as perdu d'avance.
Round one. Fight.
Okay, he disrespect. Got it. Get off of me. Oh, he went. Oh, you grabbed me. It's my turn to grab you.
Round two. Fight.
That four breaks is fucking insane. Yeah, this guy's actually garbage. I just don't know the character. Yeah, this guy's actually bad. This guy's so bad. I'm not. What? Why the fuck does that not work?
Round three. Fight.
Yeah, see? The spring kick. I gotta wait for him to do something negative. Yeah, you're getting hit, bro. Where you going? Nah, fuck all that Steve sway, fuck Paul sway, fuck Cena sway, fuck what's her face's sway too while we at it. I'd like to take back all my previous statements. I do deeply appreciate everybody's play. The movesets are deeply enjoyable to fight. I'd never be upset about the moveset, you know. Oh my god, I actually hate the grabs. Yeah, I did.
Final round. Fight.
Yeah, why are you like I still didn't get to do the fucking setup. I just got too distracted. I would have lost if I went for it. I'm not gonna lie.
J'espère que tu n'es pas un de ces incompétents à l'esprit limité.
La mezcla de sociedad.
Round one. Fight.
I waited too long. That gotta be like a one-touch tool. No, Rage Art! Bro, there's no way. There's no fucking way. I was spamming her. Like, she's so predictable. Yeah, there we go. No! It was so perfect. This time, do we launch? No! Brother. It's a 15 frame. It's 15 frames. No! I'm actually dead here. Wait. I'm dead here. I'm actually dead here. Please drop it. Let's go.
Round 4. Fight.
Get out of here. Oh, it burned my heat? It burned my fucking heat. I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to break the floor. Alright.
Final round.
Alright.
Fight.
Brother. Okay. I'm kind of selling. Kind of selling.
You win.
GG's.
Incroyable combat. Au fait, puis-je t'envoyer la facture du nettoyage?
Not gonna lie, I need to lie about this stand up, bro. I looked at Azucena's like Librador stance for like 2 seconds, and I just got bored. I just got so fucking bored, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just got so bored. I know I have to. I know I have to lab. I know I have to lab. In fact, I'll probably do it after, because I want to get a good grip on this guy's moveset, so when I fight him, I can basically have a decent understanding on what he's doing. Right now, for what I've seen, I think I can name most of them off the top of my head, and if I see it, I can go, yeah, that's negative, or no, that's not negative. The important ones that are super negative, that like you should punish every time, is like EI either 112 or 122. It's 122. EI 122, EI 11 is negative 13. Like that basic stuff there, completely get. Obviously the EI low is launchable. All the EI like 1+2 stuff, like 1+2, +3, 1+2 is +3. So don't disrespect there. There's no. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. Whenever you're fighting someone, like let's take Lydia for example. You've been playing the game for a while. Lydia gets dropped, and you're just trying your best to exist. And then you run into her, and it's like, oh, okay, what's this? And I'm blockable from stance. I didn't know you had that. That's horrifying. And now you're constantly worried about it. You don't know if it's a high. You don't know if you can sidestep it. Like you don't know anything. You don't even know like which way you should sidestep. So when you're fighting like a Victor, and it's like, oh shit, what do I do? it sucks if you don't know the options, because you could just be like, oh, there's probably an unblockable in there or something, and it just gives you anxiety. At least it gives me a little anxiety when I have to sit there at a wall while Victor's looping pressure over and over because I don't know which points to punch him in the face. And I guess I should like get more disrespectful all the time, but I'd rather just like lab the character and find out like the proper time to interrupt. Cause not gonna lie, I played like ass this game. Send me home. Send me home. But yeah, that's it for the labbing. I will continue to like stream myself playing and getting better with Victor. I think I'm enjoying Victor more than I thought I would. Because I'm gonna be honest, when I first started playing him, when I first saw him, I thought he was cool, and then I saw other people play him. I was like, wow, he's for losers. He's for cornballs. I mean, to be fair, I am rocking an all black fit with like, I look like a GTA tryhard meets like an Elden Ring cosplayer. Like this is exactly what I look like. This is like Ghost of Tsushima, Tokyo, 2000 like 2099. That's what it sounds like. Oh man. So I'll see you guys later.